We've got a good old-fashioned favorites video. I haven't done one of these in a minute. People still upload them. I still enjoy watching them, but I want to share a bunch of things that I've been loving lately. They may not be necessarily new things, but they are things that I am constantly reaching for. And listen, I test a lot of new makeup, but these are things that I can't stop using. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Rachel, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I've got a lot of makeup products to talk about, but I've also got other stuff, beauty related as well as just lifestyle stuff that I've been loving, and you need to know about them. Cue Julie Andrews.
These are a few of my favorite things.
If you do enjoy this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing before you leave. I will link everything I talk about in today's video down in the description box. I am wearing quite a few of these products on my face right now, so I will be popping in clips here and there so you can see them in action. The first thing I want to talk about is a lip balm. Now listen, I love me a good lip balm. I'm not overly picky with a lip balm. Like if I buy lip balm, I'll use it till it's done unless it's terrible, but it takes a lot for me to like really love a lip balm. I want the texture to be that right in the middle, not overly like thick, but not so thin that it goes away. I want my lips to feel good while it's on my lips, and I want my lips to feel good once it's off my lips. Because I find that with a lot of lip treatments, lip balms, whatever, they feel good while they're on my lips, but when they eventually fade away, my lips sometimes can feel drier than they did when I first applied it. Why would I want to waste my time with a product like that? But I have found one recently that I've been loving, honestly loving, and I've been reaching for it a lot. This one is from Pacifica. It is their Vegan Collagen Complex Lip Balm. I did receive this in PR. They actually sent me a couple of these, and I ended up giving the other one away, which now I wish I kept it. Because I'm about halfway done with this. I find that this is just that perfect in-between texture that I talked about. It has a pleasant, sweet smell. I feel like this is like vanilla, something like sweet like that, because it's a very subtle scent. I can't taste it once it's on my lips, but applying it, I do get that just pleasant scent up into my nostrils. It lasts a pretty good time on my lips. Once it's off my lips feel more hydrated, and it's got the good old-fashioned little belly button applicator. Now, when you do squeeze it out, it does look like it's slightly tinted, like it's this purpley pink, but once you actually blend it out onto your lips, it's pretty much clear. I don't really see any sort of tint. So I keep this in my bag just to have anytime I want to put a lip balm on when I'm not wearing any makeup at all. Or you could also put it on top of a lip liner or a lip product because it does give a little bit of gloss, which I think is really, really nice. So highly, highly suggest this one. I will put it down in the description box. Let's talk about complexion products. Now, if you've watched my speed reviews videos before, you are going to see some repeated products, but this should kind of tell you what I've been reaching for even after I'm done reviewing things. Like, I'm still wanting to go back and use these all the time. And that doesn't happen with every single thing that I test. So for complexion products, I have two primers, and I'm not normally a primer girl. If you've been here before, you know that. But these two primers have been doing it for me. So the first one is the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Skin Solve. They did send this to me in PR, but this has been an unbelievable hydrating primer for me. Now, a little background on my skin and my preferences, by the way. I am 36 years old, so I do have fine lines and wrinkles. I don't have any Botox or filler, so my face is moving all over the place, which means things go into lines quite often. And I also have very oily and acne-prone skin. So I don't love overly hydrating primers because I feel like I get oily throughout the day. I don't need a ton of hydration just to start with because the oils are coming through. But I feel like this is the perfect amount of hydration where it's definitely more of a thin texture. It's not super thick. Once I spread it out on my skin, it feels like it sinks into my skin enough that it's not greasy, but not so much that it's disappearing. I think if you have any skin type, you would enjoy this. It's really a flexible formula. It is unbelievable. Now it says it blurs. I don't know about the blurring. But if you're looking for a really good hydrating primer, this is a great one. And I love the bottle. It's glass. It's really luxurious feeling. So what I've been doing for my primer situation is I've been using this on like the top half of my face. from the nose up because I like to hydrate my under eyes. I like to hydrate my forehead area because those are the areas on my face that maybe need a little more love. From here down, like my beard area, I break out bad. I get really oily in my chin area. I have really bad acne on my jawline and my cheeks. So this is a primer that is coming back from my past that I really didn't enjoy before, or I didn't not enjoy it, but I didn't really see a benefit from it. I didn't really love it. I didn't feel like it did much for me, but let me tell you something. It has been doing something for me lately, especially since my skin has been acne prone. And this is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So, if you've been here before, you've probably heard me say many foundations, when I put them on my skin, within minutes, I feel pain in my chin area, pain in my face, because I can already feel it clogging my pores. I can already feel the acne just building up. It's getting angry. Almost immediately I can feel it with most foundations, but I wanted to do a little experiment. I put this in the areas where I have been feeling that pain. I applied a foundation that had been bothering me, and no pain, no pain. This is giving me sort of a barrier over those areas. It's absorbing that oil. Now, it doesn't make me matte all day long, but it definitely helps with the pain, and it definitely helps with preventing some of the breakouts. I do still get a little bit of clogged pores, but I'm so excited to have this back in my life because I feel like I'm now gonna get use out of foundations that I completely disregarded because they were giving me pain. This has really been helping. Now listen, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician, so I don't know that this is gonna work for you, but you could definitely give it a shot because it has been working for me. But I would also suggest getting a mini because they do sell a mini of this rather than the full size. One foundation that has been working for me with or without that primer, and I am wearing both these primers on my face today, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I have mine in the shade 128 Warm Nude. You know I've mentioned this 1,000 times, but I have to mention it today because it has been my go-to foundation. Like when I know that I'm gonna be wearing foundation all day, no matter what my skin feels like when I wake up, it is a go-to for me because I know I can depend on it. It just gives the most beautiful look to the skin. I am wearing it on my face today. Super blurring, super smooth. It's more of a thinner texture. It is a matte foundation, but I feel like you can manipulate it depending on the primers that you put underneath. I don't feel like it's overly matte. I don't feel like it's cakey. I don't feel like it looks dry, and I don't feel like it sinks into my lines. It's just a beautiful foundation. My only gripe with it is the top, like, is just an open hole, so you're just sitting here hoping you don't pour out too much on the back of your hand. I wish it came with a pump. But other than that, I absolutely love this foundation. And I think that if you're looking for a medium coverage, satin matte, skin-like foundation, you would really enjoy this one. I've been loving it, and it's an OG classic. I've been using it for many years. My under eye routine has really expanded because for so many years, I literally used the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and the Tarte Shape Tape. Those were my under eye products of choice. I'm talking years. Every time I would try another product, I would say, no, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Because I have extremely dark under eyes, always have, probably always will. Even when I was a child, I had really dark pigmentation under my eyes. And like I said, I am 36. I move my eyes a lot. I have crinkly under eyes. But I have found some really great, really great concealers and color correctors since the Becca and Tarte days for me. So the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in Peach, I absolutely love this. I like this more than the Becca. And I never thought I would say that because for years, Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector was my holy grail. If I could have only one makeup product, period, it would have been the Becca. This, I feel like for me, is better in terms of texture. The Becca one is very emollient. So if you want something more emollient, more hydrating, the Becca is better. This one dries down to like a satin matte finish, which for me is what I prefer for my under eyes in general. This is quite dark though compared to the Becca. So if you are fairer than me, this may be too deep. If you don't wear a medium to full coverage concealer, you're probably gonna see it. But I feel like it spreads out, it blends out beautifully, it corrects my under eye darkness beautifully. It's extremely affordable, and like I said, I prefer the finish of this one It's great. And then the last kind of complexion-y product I want to talk about is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This isn't new. I've had it forever, but I just can't stop using it. I think as it becomes more and more warm where I live, I'll need something a little bit more oil absorbing. But for me right now, under my eyes, if you have normal to dry skin or even oily like me, and you don't want something that's like drying out your skin, but it sets down your concealer or foundation and it provides a little extra coverage because it's tinted. I have mine in Fair Light. This is an incredible powder. It has somewhat of like a moisturizing quality to it, which sounds really bizarre, but it's the truth. It is so beautiful, airbrushing. It's wonderful. I can't say enough things about it. I love it. Obviously, that's why it's in this video. Cheek product I wanted to mention, and I've mentioned this before, but I've found myself coming back to it over and over and over again. It is the Oma by Sharon C Flawless in Real Life Blush in the shade Obsessed. So it is what I'm wearing on my face today. It is just the most beautiful red blush ever. And I am scared of red blush. It can be intimidating. I feel like with some red blushes, it can go overboard real fast. This one you can build, which I appreciate. You can make it look just like a sheer wash of color, or you can really build it up to make it look more pigmented. So I love the controllability of it. Is that a word, controllability? It is now. I also love the finish of this. Like I said, I have oily skin. I prefer a blush that is matte, but has a slight glow to it, if that makes sense. I don't like something super dewy. I don't like something super sparkly, but I like something that's pretty much matte with a hint of health to it. And that is exactly what this is. When you apply it, it almost looks like a powder blush because it gives more of that blurred, just pinched look to the skin. But if you look really close, there is a reflect in here. Like if you tilt it, I don't know that you're gonna be able to see it, but if you tilt it, there is a slight like golden reflect, but it doesn't look sparkly. It doesn't look like there's a super reflect on the cheek. It just looks healthy and glowy. So I think that if you have oily skin, dry skin, normal skin, I think this is gonna work for a variety of skin types, a variety of skin tones as well. And because this is Oma by Sharon C, this is the Oma Beauty Walmart brand, their stuff is incredibly affordable, and this shade in particular, I just have been reaching for so much. It goes with warm tone looks, it goes with cool tone looks, it goes with almost anything that I do, and I love it. And I'm obsessed. Get it? Obsessed? Okay, I'll go now. All right, and then the last like actual makeup thing I want to talk about is this mascara, and I've mentioned it before, obviously, but every time I wear this, I'm blown away. The Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Telling you, I have terrible eyelashes, okay? They grow straight down. Down. Not straight, down. And it takes a lot for a mascara to hold my lashes up, to hold my curl, and to make them look voluminous and thick. I prefer volume over length, just so you know. So this is definitely a voluminous mascara. And with tubing mascaras, typically, they claim to be more lengthening than volumizing, and they do give that result, the ones that I've tried at least. I feel like this one gives volume. It does also give length, but it gives a lot of volume. Like it makes my lashes look like I've got a ton of lashes and I don't. It takes a lot for me to say that about a mascara. So I absolutely love this. And because it is a tubing mascara, it does come off easily just with water and it lasts all day on my eyes. I don't get flaking. I don't get smudging, none of that. This is an incredible mascara, especially if you're like me and you have little baby lashes that grow down to the ground. This is a great one. Highly suggest it. Definitely worth the price tag in my opinion. Okay, I have a couple of tools to talk about that I just love and I have to shout it from the rooftops. Listen, this is not new. I'm late to the game, but here I am. The BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush. This is their concealer brush, or the kitten paw brush, which I think is so cute. This is an incredible concealer brush. Incredible. I want to buy 100 of these. This just fits absolutely perfectly under the eyes. It blends the concealer out in moments. It is so good. And I need to buy multiples because I don't want to have to clean this every single time. You know what I mean? I'm lazy. I've always been a sponge girl for my under eyes. But when I want to get a little more coverage out of my concealer, This one is my go-to. It's so soft. What a great concealer brush. What a great concept that they came up with. Absolutely love it. I do have a code with BK Beauty, by the way. It is Rachel10. It's not affiliated. It just saves you money if you want to use it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Unbelievable brush. And the last brushes I want to talk about are the 5-piece brush set from Singe Beauty by Angelica Nyqvist. So she recently came out with this 5-piece eye brush set, and I have been fully enjoying them so much. I want to reach for them every single time I do my makeup. You've got a variety of sizes, and I love me a blending brush. And so 3 of these are blending brushes. Give it to me now. So we have like a super big fluffy crease blending brush, which I love, but it is tapered. So you can get in that crease, but also blend out the edges. You have 2 smaller blending brushes, which I love for more detail work or on the lower lash line. Then you have this kind of interesting, like somewhat pointed, flat-ish brush, which is also really good for the lower lash line, as well as like blending out edges or getting in kind of small areas. And then you have this triangular, flat-ish brush, which is good for shimmer shades or getting in the inner corner. All 5 of these are just incredible. Love, love, love them. Very soft, super cute color. If you've been thinking about it, I would highly suggest them. They're really nice. Okay, so let's move on to more beauty-related stuff that's not makeup. So first one I want to talk about, and this is something I've wanted to talk about for a while, but I do my nails at home. I don't really go to the salon. I haven't gone to a nail salon to get my nails done in a really long time. I do wear press-ons quite a bit, but I also sometimes paint my nails. So this nail polish remover from Lights Lacquer. This is the Polish Potion Non-Acetone Nail Polish Remover. Incredible nail polish remover. The best nail polish remover I've ever used. So first of all, the bottle itself is very aesthetic. It is a soft matte touch. It would be really cute to put on your vanity if that's your thing. Very, very cute bottle itself. And it doesn't look like there's a ton of product in here because it's quite small. But the thing that I love about this that I've never experienced with a non-acetone nail polish remover is you literally need the tiniest amount to take off your nail polish. Even when I wear like glittery nail polish, textured nail polish, with like a lot of other nail polish removers, I've needed like 4 cotton balls worth of polish remover to take off 1 nail. I need 1 cotton ball's worth to take off all 10 fingernails of polish, not the actual fingernails. It gets the job done real quick. So even though it's a small bottle, you're getting a ton of uses out of it. Arguably, I would say more out of this than like a larger one that you would buy at Walmart. One thing that I will warn you about though is that it is extremely potent in the smell. Like I have to take my nail polish off on trash day because I have to immediately deposit the cotton ball into my trash and put the trash outside. I can't keep a cotton ball with this polish remover in the trash can in my kitchen because it will smell up the entire kitchen, even when the lid is closed on the trash can. That's how potent the smell is. But if you can get past the smell, it's just incredible in terms of the ability to take off nail polish. Incredible. Okay, this is the most random thing ever, but I have to share this with you because it's a life-changing product for me. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. Okay, it is this cleansing shower pad. It's from the brand Grassroots. Now, I feel kind of bad also talking about this because this cleansing pad is so freaking hard to find. Can't find it online. I'll look again though, and if I can find it, I will link it down below. My mom works at TJ Maxx and she bought one of these, I don't know, a year ago or something. And she said, Rachel, you need to try this cleansing pad. It is so, so good. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I use loofahs, like it's fine. How much different can it be? It's a flat pad that you put onto your hand like it has an elastic and your hand becomes a loofah. And you can move it over your body. It gives the right amount of suds. And because only the top is a loofah and the middle part is that microfiber sponge type feeling, it just feels so luxurious. It doesn't feel super scratchy like a loofah because it has that middle piece. That's what's actually rubbing your body. I can't explain to you how much I love this shower pad. She bought one for me. I couldn't find it online because I used it to death and it was falling apart. And she kept buying them when she would see them in store. And eventually she stopped seeing them. She goes, Rachel, I haven't seen one in so long. Every single time we take stuff off the truck, I'm looking to see if they have another one. And one will pop up every once in a while and she'll buy it. Or if there's 3, she'll buy all 3 before they even hit the floor. All that to say, I've actually been using the ones I have and putting them in the washing machine to wash them because I can't buy them hardly ever. She did find this one very recently. So check your TJ Maxx if you can find one of these. Honestly, I really highly recommend. They're $3.99. They're incredible. They're incredible sponges. So random, but I'm passionate about this, obviously. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is this hairbrush that I bought. I really am not a hair person, okay? I struggle with my hair a lot. My hair has been getting thicker, but for a long time my hair was very thin, but it's very frizzy because I have naturally curly hair. So doing a slick back is quite difficult for me. But this brush has immensely helped my slick back bun game. So this is from Wet Brush, but it is their like tea tree oil infused blah, 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 blah. But the thing about this, and I'm sorry, I tried to clean this out as much as possible, is it has the plastic wet brush bristles, but then there's these like shorter, more like hairy bristles. And it really just takes the hair and just smooths it. It just gives this most smooth effect. It's basically like using a boar bristle brush, but synthetic is kind of the feeling that I get from this. Absolutely love this. I would highly suggest it if you are like me, you have thin hair, that's frizzy, that's hard to slick back. This has been a great affordable option because I don't want to buy a super expensive hairbrush. I lose things too easily. They get gunked up too easily and I'm not great about like taking care of my hairbrushes. I'm just not. So highly, highly suggest this one. I got it at Ulta. Okay, I have to show you guys my new favorite leggings. I'm going to pop them up on the screen because I have one version with pockets and one version without pockets from the same brand, but I'm going to link them down below because I got this pair of leggings for Christmas from my fiance's dad. He bought them on Amazon and he gifted them to me and I put them on and I was like, oh my goodness, where have these leggings been all my life? They are so buttery, buttery smooth. Now they're definitely more workout leggings. Like they have exposed seams, they have that kind of dry fit material, but they're extremely soft. I cannot reiterate that enough. They're extremely high-waisted. And I went on Amazon, I looked at like the tag, I put the name of the brand into Amazon and I received them in the mail and they were not the same leggings. I was so upset. And then I did a little more digging and I found them. So I will put that link down below in the description box, the exact pair that I'm talking about. I have them in a size medium and they fit nice. I definitely could have gotten a size small. So I would say if you're in between, you could go up. Otherwise, just go with your normal size because the mediums fit me, but they're not super tight. Full length leggings. Now they are 28-inch inseam. I am 5'4", but I have short legs. So I kind of am like 5'3" if you're thinking about the leg length. So I would say if you're any shorter than 5'3", they might be a little long on you because lengthwise they fit me just perfect, if not a little long. Now, with that being said, the version with pocket, so good. Just as buttery, and I love pocket leggings for the gym because I can just stick my phone in my pocket. The pocketed ones are more cropped. So if you are looking for like pocket leggings and you're petite, these are great. Incredible leggings, incredible leggings. I will link them down below. All right, and then I have a book recommendation. If you're not interested in books, thank you so much for coming by. But I am an avid reader. If you follow me on Instagram, every time I read a book, I give a review. So if you're interested in book reviews, follow me on Instagram. My username is just RachelPalmieri. And I read about 1 to 2 books a week. I try to. But the thing about me is I'm also super picky. I don't really give 5 stars super often. One of the 5-star books that I've read recently that I feel like a lot of people would enjoy, and honestly, I still think about this book, and I finished it a couple of months ago anyway. It's Wild by Cheryl Strayed. So this is a nonfiction book, which to me blows my mind that this actually happened, that this story is real, because they actually made a movie out of it. It is very movie-like. There's highs, there's lows. There's so much going on. Sometimes with nonfiction, like I'm not the biggest fan of nonfiction because I feel like it can be very dry. I feel like it can sometimes be almost like required reading, like schoolwork. This felt like it could be a novel. It's about this woman, Cheryl Strayed. She had a pretty rough life, and in the book, it goes back and forth between her past, what happened to her, and what's currently happening on her hike. So she decides to hike the Pacific Crest Trail all the way from Southern California up. She eventually goes up to Washington State. She does it by herself, and the things that happen to her, as you can well imagine, are incredible. Now, I've read a lot of books where people are hiking long ways, and I've kind of been let down by it because it's kind of in my opinion, a catfish, because they hike a little bit and then they ride up, and then they hike a little bit and then they ride up. I mean, she hiked thousands of miles. This woman is incredible. And the story of her life in the past and the story of what's happening on the trail, I felt fully invested in her story, and I cared about what was going on with her, and it honestly was incredible. I think a lot of people would really, really love this book. And on that same vein of books, if you like books, if you're a book person, I recently discovered this YouTube channel, Books and Lala. It is this woman, Kayla, and she gives the most incredible book recommendations. The couple things that I really love about her channel that I think makes her stand out above other people that I've seen on BookTube, she is incredibly articulate. She has the craziest memory. Like, she reads a ton of books, and she can automatically dredge up giving synopsis, giving themes, talking about characters, talking about everything instantaneously and eloquently in a way that is very descriptive. And the other thing I love about her channel is I love her videos that she does. They are super creative. They're super fun. When you see something like a reading vlog, that sounds super boring. Like, why do I want to watch someone do a vlog reading a book? But she makes them so fun and interesting. She does little twists on things. She has different ideas for book videos that you would never really think to do. I mean, she's great. If you're interested, I will link her channel down below because I've been binge watching her channel lately. All right, and that is it for this favorites video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know some of your current favorite things, whether that be makeup, lifestyle, books, beauty, hair care, whatever it is. Let me know down in the comments because I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.